Everyone dreams of the crest. The Porsche 911 is the ultimate "I've made it" car. It's the benchmark for every sports car on the planet. And to be fair, the data often backs it up. Organizations like J.D. Power consistently rank Porsche in the top 3 for vehicle dependability among premium brands. But there is a massive gap between dependability and the cost of failure. Most people see a used Porsche for $30,000 and think they're getting a bargain. What they don't see is the $40,000 engine failure hiding in the cylinder walls, or the $25,000 transmission bill that can be triggered by a single faulty sensor. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on the dark side of Porsche ownership. We're talking about catastrophic mechanical flaws, interior materials that melt in the sun, and the hidden Porsche tax that forces you to pay double for parts you can find in a Volkswagen. We have to start with the most notorious issue in the history of the brand, the intermediate shaft bearing. If you were looking at a 911, Boxster, or Cayman made between 1997 and 2008, this is the monster under your bed. The IMS bearing supports the shaft that drives the camshafts. Porsche designed this as a sealed unit with a finite supply of internal grease. The problem is that heat and time cause those seals to fail. Once the grease washes out, the bearing lacks an active oil feed, leading to rapid disintegration. When it goes, it happens without warning. Your timing chain skips, your pistons hit your valves, and your engine is instantly turned into a very expensive paperweight. For 2000 to 2005 models with the single row bearing, the failure rate under warranty was reported as high as 10 to 12%. If your engine bricks itself because of an IMS failure, you are looking at a replacement cost between $15,000 and $40,000. But it's not just the IMS. Let's talk about bore scoring. This is the silent killer affecting the 911, Boxster, and Cayman from the same era, and even some Cayenne models. It's essentially vertical scratching on the cylinder walls. It starts as a subtle ticking noise, often misdiagnosed as a faulty lifter, but it's actually piston slap caused by excessive clearance. Once it progresses, your car starts burning oil like a freight train, and eventually the engine loses compression. To fix this, you have to pull the engine apart, machine the case, and install Nicky's billet aluminum sleeves. The total bill? Usually between $15,000 and $30,000. If you move into the modern era, you encounter the PDK, Porsche's dual-clutch transmission. It is arguably the best transmission in the world, until it isn't. Mechanically, the PDK is incredibly tough. However, it relies on a series of internal sensors submerged in hot transmission fluid. Over time, metallic debris from normal wear can coat these sensors, causing the car to enter limp home mode or lose reverse gear entirely. Here's the dark part. Porsche corporate policy generally forbids dealerships from opening the PDK unit for internal repairs. If a $200 sensor fails, the dealership's only official solution is to replace the entire transmission assembly. The price tag? Over $25,000. While independent specialists have found ways to repair these units for a fraction of that cost, most owners are never told that's an option. Porsche Tax. Because Porsche is part of the Volkswagen Group, many of its parts are shared with Audi and VW models. However, the price you pay depends entirely on the logo on the box. For example, an ignition coil for a Porsche might cost $75 at the dealer. That exact same part, made by the same manufacturer but sold for an Audi, might only cost $40. We've seen cases where a simple cabin air filter is $100 from Porsche, but the identical Audi part is $40. Owners who aren't in the know end up paying a 100% markup for the exact same physical component. Over a 10-year period, this adds up. Research shows that Porsche is one of the most expensive brands to maintain in the United States, with 10-year costs averaging nearly $18,000. Compare that to $9,500 for a BMW or $10,500 for a Mercedes, and you start to see the premium you're paying for that badge. If you're driving a Cayenne or a Macan, you have to deal with the air suspension. It provides a magic carpet ride, but it's a ticking time bomb. After about 6 to 8 years, the rubber bladders dry rot and crack. You'll walk out to your garage and find your car squatting on one corner. Replacing a single air strut can cost $2,400, and because they wear at the same rate, When one goes, the other three are right behind it. Then there's the transfer case. On 2011 to 2018 models, the transfer case is a legendary weak point. It causes a jerky, hesitating acceleration that feels like a transmission slip. While Porsche extended the warranty for some, many owners are now out of coverage and facing $5,000 repair bills. You'd think for $100,000 the interior would be bulletproof, but environmental regulations have actually made Porsche interiors less durable than they used to be. In 2010, European mandates required a switch from solvent-based glues to water-based adhesives. These new glues are terrible at handling heat and humidity. As a result, thousands of owners of the 911, Boxster, and Cayman have experienced warping door panels. The leather or vinyl skin literally peels away from the plastic frame, bowing upwards. Dealerships don't repair these, they replace them at $1,400 to $2,600 per door. Even worse is the leather dashboard. In high heat environments like Florida or California, the leather shrinks so violently that it can actually bend the plastic dashboard frame. Replacing a leather dash can cost a staggering $12,000. As we transition to the electric era with the Taycan, the mechanical problems are being replaced by digital ones. The Taycan is a masterpiece of engineering, but it is plagued by software instability. Owners report bricked cars that won't start because the 12-volt auxiliary battery died, often due to parasitic drains from connected apps. The infotainment system is another major headache. Some owners report it taking 3 to 5 minutes just to connect a phone via Bluetooth, meaning the trip is half over before you can even play music. There are also reports of software updates at the dealership that reset cars to factory specs, causing owners to lose features like comfort access, and then being told they have to pay to re-enable them. In the United States, the dark side is often found at the gas pump. Porsche engines strictly require premium fuel, usually 91 or 93 AKI. In many parts of the country, especially at discount stations, fuel quality can be inconsistent. Using lower-grade fuel causes the engine's computer to retard timing to prevent knock, which can sap up to 50 horsepower and lead to long-term wear on the bearings and pistons. Then there's the issue of labor. In major US metro areas, dealership labor rates can exceed $300 an hour. A simple oil change that would cost $60 on a Toyota can easily run you $500 at a Porsche center. Even tasks like replacing a battery now require coding with specialized diagnostic tools, meaning you can't just swap it in your driveway without the car throwing a dozen error codes. Finally, we have to talk about the money. While the Porsche 911 holds its value exceptionally well, only losing about 19% over 5 years, other models are a different story. The Porsche Taycan is currently one of the fastest depreciating luxury cars on the market. A new Taycan can lose 20 to 25% of its value in the first year alone. By year 3, it's common to see them trading for 40 to 50% below their original sticker price. If you bought a high-spec Taycan Turbo for $165,000, it could be worth just $80,000 4 years later.
So, is Porsche ownership a mistake? Not necessarily, but you have to be smarter than the Porsche Tax. If you want to survive ownership without going bankrupt, you need a 3-part strategy. 1. The independent pivot. Once your warranty is up, stay away from the dealership. Independent specialists can perform repairs, like PDK sensor replacements, that dealerships simply won't touch. 2. Part cross-referencing. Before you buy a genuine Porsche part, check the part number. Often you can buy the exact same OEM component from Audi or VW for half the price. 3. Proactive maintenance. Don't follow the factory's 10,000-mile oil change schedule. Experts recommend 5,000-mile intervals to protect against bore scoring. Clean your water drains every year and use a battery maintainer if the car sits. Porsche makes the best driving cars in the world, but those driving dynamics come with an invoice that is just as high performance as the engine. If you go in with your eyes open, you can manage the dark side. Thanks for watching. If you've experienced any of these issues, let us know in the comments. We'll see you in the next one.